police action and Ram Mandir. We are ready to debate. So, big update coming in. The Home Minister will reply, but debate only on one. That's the government's response. Remember, the opposition has been protesting for a long time now. They have been demanding a statement from the Union Home Minister. So, now a statement coming in from the Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister, who says that the government is ready to discuss the students' protest, and when the Home Minister is going to speak up as well. So the opposition has to assure that they will not create any ruckus in the House. That's the appeal from the government. My colleague Pragya is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Pragya, this has been the biggest sticking point. The opposition has been protesting for a long time now, and it looks like the government has relented on these demands. What are the details?
Well, there is a business advisory committee in which all the parties' floor leaders were present. In fact, the argument of the government is that the House should be allowed to function, and this is exactly what they have been proposing. Ever since there is a ruckus in House. So the opposition has two demands, saying that we need a debate on student atrocities or the protesters who were lathi charged, and secondly, they would also want a debate on Ram Temple. Government said that Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah will reply, on this protesters' atrocities, and please do not create ruckus in the House while he is addressing the House. Secondly, there is no time for the debate on Ram Temple because there are just 3 days left, and there are so many important bills that are lined up for passing. And there have been 2 hours dedicated to each of the bill, but the sentiment and the intent of the opposition doesn't look like that they will allow House to function unless both these demands are met. The sentiment from the government is also that opposition is not allowing and will not allow the House to function, and this looks like there is no breakthrough. Despite the fact that both the parties sat on the table and wanted to have a middle path to ensure that there is some sort of system and some sort of peace in the House so that important bills are discussed like FCRA, but there's not even a single discussion on FCRA or delimitation bill in Business Advisory Committee.
Okay, all right. So the government has said that we are ready for a debate. So, Pragya, the opposition has, of course, also been demanding a discussion on Ram Mandir. Does this mean that the government will debate both in the parliament, because we have only a few more days to go in the session? And you also mentioned, and this is one of the biggest demands of the opposition, for the Home Minister to address the parliament.
Pratibha, government has agreed that Home Minister will reply. In fact, the atrocities or lathi charge on protesters will also be, is going to be addressed by the government. And in fact, Home Minister is going to reply on that as well. So this is the main demand of opposition, and it has been met by the government. Government said we are ready to do that, but please do not make noise about it.
Okay, all right. Pragya, thank you for joining us with those details. We have our colleague Mohit Bhatt also on the broadcast with us. And Mohit, this is a big update coming in because the Parliament has seen multiple disruptions with these demands. You've also spoken to many of these opposition leaders who have said that the Parliament can function only if there's a statement from the Home Minister and a debate on Ram Mandir. And the government has relented to some of these demands of the opposition.
But Pratibha, the government has clearly stated, and we have it on record, that Home Minister Amit Shah will reply on the issue of the students, on the police brutality also. But Kiran Rijiju also stated that the opposition parties should not create ruckus while HM is speaking. So clearly, the government has extended an olive branch towards the opposition, and the government has said that we are ready for debate and discussion. But Pratibha, the question over here is, just now Gaurav Gogoi has spoken to the media, and he basically says that we want Chanda Chori to be discussed also. And when this question was being asked to Kiran Rijiju off and on camera, he clearly stated that this is an issue in which SIT is also investigating. It's a state issue, and hence that issue might not come up in that discussion. But yes, the government is ready to have a reply from Home Minister Amit Shah, given the fact that how the opposition should not create ruckus, should not disturb the reply of Home Minister Amit Shah. He is ready to speak on each and every issue. Now the contention coming in from the opposition is that when Gaurav Gogoi was specifically asked about this, that what exactly he has to say when the government says we are ready for debate and discussion, he goes on to say that the opposition is demanding debate on Chanda Chori issue also. But then given the fact just 4 days are left, whether we'll see that or not, that remains to be seen. But the government government has made it clear, Pratibha, it's a big breaking development coming in. We are ready to debate about student protests, and also Home Minister Amit Shah is ready to speak about on this particular issue, given the fact that the opposition should not create ruckus in the House. It's a big development coming in. The time of that particular debate would be decided by the Speaker as per the sources. And when exactly that will happen, we have to wait and watch, because there are just 4 days that are left in this session. But it's a big development coming in, saying that we want to, Mr. Amit Shah is ready to debate. But then whether opposition will accept that, or again we'll see goalposts changing from the opposition, that remains to be seen.
So the government has agreed that the Union Home Minister Amit Shah will make a statement in the Parliament. That is a big breaking update coming in, because there have been multiple disruptions and the opposition has been demanding that for a long time now. But Pragya, now the question is on the opposition. Does this mean that the opposition will allow the House to function? Because this has been one of their biggest demands for a long time now. They've been protesting inside and even outside the Parliament. Now, will we see the Parliament function?
Pratibha, every day in the morning, what we are seeing by Congress and other political parties is a protest against Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah, demanding that he should come to House and he should make a statement on the lathi charge on protesters. So this was the main demand of Congress. Now, Samajwadi Party said that they also wanted a Ram Temple debate. Having said that, it should be very clear right now that Congress doesn't want House to run or to function. And this is the sentiment of the government as well. The government said that your primary demand and primary issue of protest in the morning, every morning in fact, is that the Home Minister should come into the House and speak. Now, government is ready for that. Government is saying that please do not create ruckus. Hear us patiently. Whatever has happened, Home Minister will come to the House and he will reply. This is the basic courtesy that you can extend, because you also would want to hear the government side as to what has happened, who had ordered this lathi charge, and what transpired on that particular day. And if government is ready to do that, it is a golden opportunity for the opposition also to ensure that there is this kind of debate where they can also question the government. But it looks like that the opposition is changing goalposts, absolutely. And in fact, they would want debate on both the issues. Government has a problem now, because SIT has already been formed by state police, and there is also investigation. It is under the investigation. Few people have already been arrested. Government also has a very limited time to pass important crucial bills. Now, opposition is not ready to speak on that, and the government believes that the whole issue of this ruckus is not anything else but FCRA. The objection is FCRA. The problematic bill is FCRA and not anything else. So this is why the government also has lack of trust in opposition, whether they agree to debate any sort of bill or not. Because end of the day, when they come to the House, they create ruckus and they do not let the debate to take place. And in fact, many in the opposition are also aggrieved because they would want to speak. Remember, NCP MPs today went to Prime Minister saying that House is not functioning. We need to raise our issues. So this is the place we found. And please address our issues. So this is a genuine concern among opposition parties, but it looks like the House is not going to function.
So the decision now lies with the opposition. Sabyasachi is also on the broadcast with us. And Sabyasachi, this is a big update, because over the last several days, we've seen these protests. In fact, even at the start of the session, we saw the demand from the opposition. First, it was the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. We saw that happen. The government, in fact, had relented. In fact, the opposition said we are not going to have any discussion until he resigns. After the resignation as well, we saw multiple disruptions in the Parliament, because after that, the opposition said the Home Minister must respond. Now the government has also agreed that the Home Minister will issue a statement, but the government has only one appeal to the opposition: allow the House to function, let there be no ruckus when the Home Minister speaks.
That's right, Pratibha. See, in the last 15 sittings in Lok Sabha, out of 90 hours, the Lok Sabha has functioned for only 15 hours. And out of 90 hours in Rajya Sabha, the Rajya Sabha has only functioned for around 24 hours in last 15 sittings. So we can make out that the House has completely been under a deadlock, with the opposition demanding a statement from Home Minister Amit Shah on the use of lethal weapons against a student, and also they demanded that discussion on Ram Mandir donation theft should take place in both the houses. Now, regarding the business advisory meeting that had taken place at around 1 a.m., the government has clearly said that Home Minister Amit Shah will give a statement, will speak on the claims that the opposition have been making, that lethal weapons have been used against the students and the protesting youth in the national capital, and the HM is ready to speak on this matter. But the opposition says that we are not satisfied. The House will only function if our two demands are agreed upon. The number one demand is the presence of Home Minister Amit Shah in the House and have a discussion regarding the student protest in the national capital. And second, they want a discussion on Ram Mandir. Now, Pratibha, it is important to understand that this is a collective decision that has been taken in by the India bloc at the floor leaders meeting, because we have seen that outside the parliament, the opposition leaders were protesting against the Ram Mandir donation theft, whereas inside the House they were demanding the presence of Home Minister and they were demanding the presence of Prime Minister for a discussion on Ram Mandir. Now, whether if you talk about the Samajwadi Party or the Congress, all of them have collectively decided that these are the important issues and we must hold the government accountable. Now, the opposition clearly had put the blame on the central government. They have said that it is the responsibility of the government to make sure that the House functions, and these are the demands, and we are not going to compromise on it. Pratibha, a few days back, we had seen that Parliamentary Affairs Minister, Mr. Kiran Rijiju, personally reached out to Rahul Gandhi to put a word to him
on the protest.
The offer made by the government is very clear. I have stated government is ready to have a full and detailed discussion about the student movements and the activities related to that. My only point very clearly made to the opposition is, while the discussion and the reply is being made, they should not create any disturbances to distract the House or to prevent the statement of the Honorable Home Minister. They must listen to the reply of the Home Minister and the government. Once discussion begins, we must have threadbare discussion.
All right, here is the first reaction from the opposition after the government agreed to their demand. The Congress MP Gaurav Gogoi has now said that we must debate both issues. So the government has agreed to debate the student stir and has said that we are ready to speak. The Home Minister will also issue a statement in the Parliament. But the Congress party says that Chanda Chori or the Ram Mandir issue must also be debated in the Parliament. Gogoi is saying that we want both the issues to be taken up. So, Mohit, the opposition has been very clear. While the government may have agreed to one issue, the opposition still says that we want both the issues to be debated in the Parliament. Does this mean that the opposition has not agreed and we are going to see disruptions yet again?
Well, Pratibha, first thing first, the government clearly reached out to the opposition and clearly stated that HM is ready to reply. There will be a reply from HM on the students' issue and the activities related to that. That means the protest and everything. But the opposition should not create ruckus. The first reaction that has come in from senior Congress leader and member of Parliament Gaurav Gogoi, when he was asked about this, he said that HM should reply, but also they want debate and discussion on the issue of Chanda Chori. Now, when this question was being asked to Kiran Rijiju, he stated it's a matter of state. The SIT is also looking into it. But when it comes to the demand of the opposition regarding Home Minister Amit Shah's statement, that will surely happen. But now the statement that has come in from Gaurav Gogoi could be seen as changing of goalposts by the Congress party, because first they were demanding Home Minister Amit Shah's statement. This issue of Chanda Chori was primarily being raised by the Samajwadi Party, and now the Congress says that issue should also be discussed in the Parliament. So whether we'll see deadlock to end, Pratibha, that remains to be seen, because the way Gaurav Gogoi was speaking, he clearly made it clear that there has to be the discussion and debate on both the issues. While the government said when the Home Minister speaks on the issue related to the students and activities regarding that, there should be no debate and disruption from the opposition parties. So the government now might come out and say, look, we are ready for debate and discussion. You wanted HM to reply, HM is replying, but now you are changing the goalpost by saying there has to be debate and discussion on Chanda Chori too. Given the fact that how just 4 days are left, important bills are to be passed, Reports are coming in of FCRA and delimitation bill, discussion over it. Then these 4 days are very important. When exactly this discussion will take place, that remains to be seen. But as of now, Congress party has come up with a demand that with the statement of Home Minister Amit Shah, that the issue of Chanda Chori in Ayodhya should also be discussed.
So the Ram Mandir issue should also come up in the parliament. That's the demand of the opposition. Mohit, just a moment, stay with us. We have more breaking updates now coming in as the opposition remains clear that we want both the Home Minister's statement and also a discussion on Ram Mandir. Kiran Rijiju has in fact addressed this and has said that an SIT has already been formed. The special investigation team is already probing the Ram Mandir embezzlement case. So the appeal from the government is let the investigations continue, let the investigations complete. While the SIT is investigating, we don't need to debate it in the parliament. So the appeal from the government is the SIT has already been formed. So Pragya, the government has said on the issue of students' protest, we are ready to debate. On the issue of Ram Mandir, the government has not agreed yet, but the government says it is because the investigations are still going on.
Pratibha, the intention of the opposition is suspicious now because if you remember, Rahul Gandhi today itself has written an op-ed piece where he has demanded Home Minister Amit Shah to come to the House and also to reply on the lathi charge and all the atrocities on protesters that day. In fact, if they are very serious about this, opposition should have gone to say yes to this particular debate and said, please have this debate, and later could have forced the hand of government to have another debate. There are very few days, only 3 days left for the session to culminate. And they also know that there are very important bills, as the government already told them in the BAC meeting, Business Advisory Committee, that decides the business for the week, that we have very important bill and these needs to be passed because this is the business for which the House has been convened. So you need to also look at the business of the House. But if you want a debate, we are ready for that, and Home Minister is also ready to reply. This is a golden opportunity, Pratibha, for the opposition to corner the government if they want with the facts and also with the counter argument when Home Minister Amit Shah will speak in the parliament. But it looks like that the real motive of opposition is not to have Home Minister in the House, but the government believes the real motive is FCRA, and do not let government to introduce FCRA.
Let's hope that there is a debate in the parliament, because for a long time now the disruptions have not allowed the parliament to actually function. The government has made its intent clear. Now the ball is in the court of the opposition. What happens next? Let's see. I'm thanking Pragya, Mohit and Sabyasachi for joining us with all those details and slipping into a very quick break here. We'll be right back.